What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and we're back with episode 7 of our boxing journey. Another good week. I'm pushing myself here mentally a lot more to learn something new, which you guys will see in the video. And yeah, it's to learn this is pretty taxing on the brain. It's not, full on. You guys are going to start seeing some cardio, and I'm going to push myself to the absolute fucking limit soon. I do say it throughout the video, but there will not be an episode next Sunday because I will be in Barcelona. So I'm leaving on the Saturday and I'm back on the Wednesday. So Saturday the 5th, I'm away, and I'll be back on Wednesday the 9th. So in Barcelona, I will have videos scheduled for that time, but I myself will not be at my computer, so I will not be able to reply to comments or nothing like that, and I won't be able to post a new video because obviously I'm going to be gone for the Saturday and the Sunday. But if I'm able to get classes in during the week and open gym on the Friday, then you guys will see an episode. So yeah, it depends really. But anyways, without further ado, guys, enjoy the video. Another good week in the bank, and yeah, I hope that all you guys, I've seen people saying that this is motivating them to go to the gym. I hope you guys have all been hitting the gym, or at least you've signed up and you're ready to go, and only you can make yourself go. So just push yourself, get through it, deep breaths, and yeah, keep smashing it, guys. And I'll catch you all catch you guys all in a bit. Alright, so here we are leaving for class 1, sorry. We only done one class this week, and we went to do 2 open gyms on the Friday and the Saturday. But unfortunately, we had a punctured tyre on the Friday, so we weren't able to actually get up there. So this is the Saturday that you guys are seeing here. And working on some really cool stuff that I'm excited to tell you guys about throughout this week. Another great week, all in all. And yeah, working on something new, trying to kind of expand the arsenal, if you will. And yeah, another really shorter week. Next week I don't think I'll be having a video up because I'll be in Barcelona next Sunday, so I won't be having another video up like this. So you guys have to wait another week for that, I'm afraid. For episode 8 will be in a whole week's time. But just thought I'd give you guys a little heads up there. But so you guys will see throughout this video that I am shadowboxing. I am on the bag very differently. Now I want you guys just to look at it for a bit, and you guys will figure out you're not idiots. But I'm just gonna wait to be able to show you guys the difference. And as you can see, just a bit of shadow. Busy at gym today. Now what do we do right there, guys? That is right, we're switching stance. I've decided that I want to learn how to box in both southpaw and in orthodox. Now I am left-handed, so everything right-handed comes harder to me, more awkward. I struggle, but I don't want to. I like the idea of being able to hit and switch and hit and move around and constantly switch stances. So I feel really comfortable in southpaw, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get my orthodox down, and I'm gonna learn, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna really challenge myself when we do body sparring. I'm going to be switching stances all the time. When I am on the pads, I'm going to be switching stances all the time. I'm going to really challenge myself. In the class earlier this week, I done the whole class in orthodox. Felt absolutely fine. I've noticed some of my movements are a little bit clunkier in orthodox, especially footwork wise. Punches obviously definitely not as nice as southpaw. I'm not the greatest puncher in the world, but some shots that I throw in southpaw are really nice, but in orthodox they are kind of clunky and kind of slow. I was definitely picking up some speed here, but it's just, this is a whole new world. This is literally like writing with your right hand for 20 years and then suddenly having to write with your left hand. That is literally what it is. It felt good to be able to pivot around the bag and not worry. See, I can just pivot around wherever I want and still be in a stance, so I don't have to constantly restrict myself, to that southpaw position, which is quite nice. And it is actually really fun to learn this orthodox and southpaw switch thing. It's not something many boxers do, but it's something I want to learn. I'm not going to be a pro, so it's just about when I come to these classes and when I do these open gyms, it's always about pushing myself to be better and doing something unique and doing something different. And I think learning to fight in both orthodox and southpaw is going to keep me busy for a long time. So So as you can see, I'm not exactly, you know, loading up and absolutely hammering the shit out of the bag in either stance. I'm just kind of hitting it and just moving around. So all I'm doing, part of the issue, as you guys can imagine, is because this is a whole new world to me, I'm constantly overthinking. There's certain points where I'm like, you know, I'm moving a bit better, I'm landing shots a bit better, but sometimes I'm from this orthodox position, I'm throwing the 1, 2, 3, and I'm off balance, and my foot's coming up. Like, that's like really basic shit that shouldn't be happening to me, but it seems to be happening. So it's just something I got to work on, not to overthink. And I thought this would be a good one to work on my jab accuracy with my left hand and my straights with my right, as opposed to my southpaw jab and southpaw straight. I thought I'd switch stance with this, and yeah, it's definitely more challenging than I thought it would be. Even doing this on orthodox. Now, one thing I have noticed, that when I'm in orthodox, I feel more comfortable with my lead hand, which is now my left hand in the orthodox position, lower down. I feel more comfortable with it lower, like towards my hip, like so it snaps up. Whereas when I'm in southpaw, I can have my hands up high, I can have my arms in like a Philly shell, I can have my hands down. Whereas orthodox, it feels more comfortable when I'm like this. I've got one hand to the chest to block those shots coming towards my chin, and one hand kind of low, ready to snap up that jab and kind of throw maybe like a leap and lead hook or something. That's how I feel more comfortable. I'm going to be experimenting with it over the next few weeks and months, so you guys will see the improvements in both stances as we go. Now, before we jump into the end of the video with the body sparring that we done, I just want to say that my mate obviously came with me, as we always do, and before we went in to do body sparring, I think we done 4 rounds of pads. I obviously done the pads for him just to loosen, because he had some back issues, so we done some pads, which was really good fun, and then we jumped in to the body sparring, which was awesome. Now, I haven't actually watched these rounds back, believe it or not. Normally I do. I haven't watched them back yet, so this is going to be a live reaction with you guys. We done 5 2-minute rounds, and throughout it you will see me switching stance. Obviously, as always, I don't go absolutely ham, but each week he is definitely improving a lot. And, you know, I always say it, but I'm not a fan of body sparring, but it gets such a good sweat on. You get some really good work in, and I'm looking forward to doing full sparring in the future. So you'll see I'm already in that orthodox position. I'm trying to land something. You know, that's what I mean. I want to test this orthodox southpaw switch in real sparring, in proper sparring. You know, for now we mainly do this to get a hell of a sweat on and to land some good shots. But he's definitely landing better shots than he was the first time we done this, which is really cool to see. Which is really cool. You know, both improving. See, like there, boom. Imagine if that was a hook to the head, that roll there as he went for that body shot. That'd have been nice. But unfortunately, you know, when you go for the body and the shoulder, you know that you can hit the shoulder as much as you want. It doesn't affect you. Like, that's the problem with body sparring, is the shoulder doesn't matter. So you'll just instinctively always defend your body. But I feel like my switches are quite relaxed and casual, really. He didn't actually notice sometimes that I was switching. He mentioned it a couple of times, but he didn't actually notice every time I switched, because I wasn't like having to step back and do an awkward switch. I was doing it quite relaxed. But this one, I mean, this session, guys, that we done, we put a lot of body shots on each other. Like, normally it's a lot of gloves connecting. I was moving him around tons. That's one thing we're working on, him pivoting around, trying to move and getting used to like a hand coming at you a lot. And, you know, from this position for the orthodox, I was able to obviously throw that lead hook to the body better, whereas when I'm in that southpaw position, I can throw that straight down the pipe a bit better. That's the end of round 1. I didn't actually realise that was so quick. It's because it's only 2 minutes, but the 5 rounds definitely knackered us out. And here we just tend to chat about, you know, the round and stuff, and if we landed well and that. And I think, yeah, he caught me with a good one. I said, yeah, I said, you caught me with a good one. He said, yeah, I felt it go through. He felt it go through my gloves and into the stomach, which was, you know, decent. Yeah, which was really cool. Someone there said, don't worry about doing 2 minutes, just do 1 minute and pretend. So that's why we're laughing there. Anyways, into round 2 here. Switch right back into that southpaw position. You know, it feels quite, and then switch back into that orthodox, and then jab to the body there, lands nicely, and then back into the southpaw position, and then straight to the body, and then back into that orthodox position. So I feel like I'm switching quite nicely. I need to get that sparring in. It's something I'm really kind of committed to doing. I'm a bit obsessed with wanting to do this now. It's become a bit of a problem. It's all I'm thinking about. It's all I'm thinking about all the time now with the sparring and stuff and training. I'm always thinking about how I can improve my switch stance. So yeah, my orthodox stance is definitely going to be messy in comparison. But you guys have to give me advice if there's any, like, you know, tricks that you know that pros have learned to, like, you know, do better in their opposite stance. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. One thing I'm happy to do for now is, as you'll notice, is I'm really happy to have my hands down and fight on the back foot. Now, when we spar properly, that will not be the case. I will very much be pushing head to head with him. I'll very much be countering him with really good shots across the top of the head. I will have, you know, that jab constantly in his actual face, not towards his chest. I landed 2 good ones there. I won't just have the jab towards his stomach. I'll have the jab in his face the whole time, and I'll be piercing that 2 down the pipe at all times and not throwing body shots often. I throw them heavy, but I don't throw them often when I do actual sparring. So that, you know, that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. Like I said, whereas right now, just, you know, body sparring just feels a bit limited, really. But like I said, it's mainly for us to get good sweat on and for him to use to being punched and actually punching. You know, one thing that we make sure that we focus on is that there's no ego here. But if I drop him or he drops me, we just make sure we're always in, like, you know, fucking fair play, you know, move on and just have fun with it. Don't you know, don't be a bitch, pretty much. Don't be a salty little baby about it. You know, that's what we're here to. We're here to learn. If he drops me, then he can show me what shot he got me with, and I'll make sure that doesn't happen to me again against other people. If I drop him, then, you know, vice versa. And right here, I was telling him that my body really heated up. He caught me right under the ribs. It's the only time he's ever caught me with a shot like that, right under the ribs, when I was in that orthodox stance. I made sure it didn't scare me. I do swap back into orthodox again. But yeah, he caught me right under the rib cage with a lead hook, I believe, or with a backhand hook there. He went to do it again there, but I hit my elbow. You see me touch myself there under the ribs because, yeah, he hit me with it in that last round. That really heated my body up. I forgot what it's like to be hit under the rib cage like that. One thing I am noticing as well is when he goes for my shoulders, in either stance, my range is quite decent. I feel like I've got both our ranges down and my opponent's range down at all times, and my own range down quite well. The fact that I know, like, for example, on a couple of those shoulder shots, I didn't really have to move. It was just a little step back, and I knew I was out of range. So that's one thing I'm quite happy with what's happening at the minute. I'm starting to now get into the habit where I feint a few shots to the body, and then you'll see me like rush with 4 or 5 punches to the body just to get him used to having that pressure on him, as opposed to, because here you'll see he's always on the front foot, which I'm okay with, and then there, boom, 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 I push forward, because I want him to get used to fighting on the back foot. And, you know, I think in the coming weeks, I'm gonna, like, pretty much force him to not leave that corner. So I'm just going to pressure him, watch and see what he does, see how he pivots away from it. But as of right now, I kind of let him lead the charge, and I'm okay with that. I've got no issue with it. There's no need for ego here. So, you know, that's the end of another round. I'm quite happy to let him lead the charge and you know, be on the front foot all the time. And yeah, you know, see, that's the good thing is, you know, after each round we'll always have a laugh and say, you know, you caught me with a good in there, or a good round, or, you know, I was alright that round, and good stuff that round, and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's been really good fun so far. This should be the start of round 4, I want to say, off the top of my head. I haven't been keeping count because I've just been watching them with you guys. I don't actually, I've not actually been dissecting on. I've just been watching along with you guys. Caught me one there, I think. I think that's why I stood still for a sec, because I felt my body heat up. Yeah, so he caught me with a good one there. Boom, and then you'll see me rushing in, you know, because that's something he's got to get. See there, I fainted that hook, fainted that lead hook and threw that straight, and that caught him with a good one there. So that's one thing that I'm just getting him used to, you know, and I want to do it in both stances, and that's what I'm constantly practicing there. Both went for that lead hook. At the end of the day, that's going to happen, you know, when you've got two people that have relatively little experience. Obviously, my experience is far more than his, and I think my boxing knowledge experience is far better than my physical boxing experience. You know, I can dissect and say things and think things better than my body can actually perform them right now. You know, which I'm alright with, which you know, it's just all about learning. But that's what happens, you know. You're not going to have the cleanest body sparring in the world. It's a bit messy, and that's what it is. You know, fights are messy at the end of the day. You don't have perfectly scripted fight night champion fights. You know, this shit does get messy. And I think that's why we love doing this so much. As much as I say I'm not a huge fan on body sparring, this is something that I do enjoy doing. And as you see that, I pressured him, and then he threw one right back, so it made me back up again. My switch was quite nice there, actually. Just looking at it there, it was quite nice. End of that round, so we got one more round. I said, let's do one more. His legs, he's not quite there yet with his body getting used to this. His legs turn into jelly within about 3 rounds, whereas mine, I can do this shit for fucking hours. It's just something, it's just muscle memory. That's all it is. It's just same with when you first start and your knuckles hurt, and a little bit later your forearms hurt, and then your back is tight, and then your legs are jelly. It's kind of like the boxing ritual. If you can stick all them out, then you'll forever be able to be decent in sparring and not stress. So he's going through that kind of, you know, his jelly legs, and after a little while, and sometimes you will see his knees like wobble when he's moving. But you just go through those phases when you first start combat sports like that. You know, you go through the knuckle pain, the forearm pain, the back pain, the leg pain, the ankle pain, the shin splints pain, and it's just the way it is. But you know, I'm all right. I'm noticing though, looking back on it, I'm noticing I'm really flat-footed right now. Because I feel like there's no need for me to be on my toes. I don't feel like in this body sparring. I feel like, you know, we're definitely going to have to get some sparring, and I'm going to talk to some people and see if we can just spar between the two of us. Even if it was just 3 rounds of just good head sparring. He's got to get punched in the head, man. He's been doing this since the start of January, and he's not been punched in the head yet. We just got to get it. We just got to get into it. I think that's the issue. We just got to get into it and just say, fuck it, let's just go. We're not going to knock each other out, but I think we just need to just get some light, full sparring in and see what happens. So you guys might see that in the next couple of weeks, to be honest. I mean, if these rounds are being scored, I would say I've definitely lost them all, because he's the far busier. He's on the front foot all the time, and I'm constantly on that back foot just throwing counters, which, like I said, I'm alright with. I occasionally push forward and make him go on the back foot, like there, you know, boom, boom, boom. You know, good few shots there, and then I'm back on the back foot again, which I'm okay with. You know, I like that he wants to be on the front foot, but when that real sparring comes, he'll have to be on the back foot eventually. He caught me in the face there. He punched me right in the face. And then I think he punches me in the face again by accident as he hits me in the shoulder through a combination to his body. No, so he hit me in the face twice, and you'll see me touch my nose there, because yeah, he hit me in the face twice, and I thought I've got a really weak nose. I thought my nose was bleeding, but it wasn't. And then here I thought my nose was bleeding, but it wasn't. It was just snot. But yeah, I have a weak nose, so I'm quite surprised it wasn't bleeding, to be honest, because he caught me straight in the schnoz. But yeah, no. Really good week as always, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this kind of live reaction with me. Thank you as always for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like to keep the series going. And like I said, guys, next Sunday there will not be one, but there will be one the Sunday after. So thank you as always for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.